Today is day 12 of my journey. Let's celebrate. I'm gonna celebrate. The heck. Yeah. And today I'm gonna talk about growth mindset and losing weight. Right? You know, they tell you that belief is everything. Like if you don't believe it to be true, it's just not going to be true. If you don't believe that you can do it, you really can't. Right? It's the same thing when you start to cultivate a growth mindset when it comes to fitness. You can start changing that dialogue, right? You can start changing your beliefs and at the same time make your journey easier for you. So today I got on a treadmill and I did 2 miles. It took me 40 minutes and a little bit over 40 minutes. I could have been upset. The old Brenda would have been upset, like, my God, it's taking me forever to do 2 miles. I would have been bitching and all that about it. But here I am working on cultivating a mindset, a growth mindset. Because when you start to criticize yourself, and instead of celebrating your wins or celebrating what you're doing, and you do the opposite, then that creates shame, it creates guilt. It creates, what's the word I'm looking for? It creates a behavior that is not conducive towards your goal. So today I looked and I said to myself, Brenda, let's make this your baseline. And how can you improve upon this? How can you shorten the distance, or rather shorten the time that it took me or that it takes to do 2 miles on the treadmill, right? So shorten it to 30 minutes is the goal, making each mile a 15-minute mile, which is a 4.0 on the treadmill. Okay. I did do a little warm-up this morning, because I haven't worked on a treadmill in quite a while. And I didn't go as fast as I could have, and that's okay. It's another mistake I see people doing. When people are beginning their journey, they seem to think that they have to go all out and they have to be perfect, and they have to run 3 miles or 5 miles or 6 miles. They have to do HIIT every day. They have to lift heavy. They have to bike hard, and there is a time and place for these things, right? But at the beginning of your journey, you start out a little slower, right? You go and you get on the treadmill, Brenda, right? And don't worry about how fast you're going. Start getting into it. Before you know it, you'll be back at your regular speed. Now, way back when, I used to run for an hour on the treadmill. And I used to run as fast as 10 miles an hour. Meaning that when I put the speed on the treadmill, I used to put it up to 10, right? And I used to hit it hard. Ugh, I used to love it. Hit it hard, like run, 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 run. And I would try to do it as fast as possible, because I used to do a lot of interval training. And I used to really run at the end of my session, which was pretty amazing if you ask me, right? You're 45 minutes into the thing, and the last 15 minutes is just sprinting, 10 miles, trying to go a little bit further than that. It's beautiful. So if I compare my present with my past, then I'm going to get triggered by it, or I could start creating feelings that aren't going to help me in my journey. So today's workout was a baseline. Okay, how can I improve on 2 miles in 40 minutes? My goal is to bring it down to 30 minutes. And then eventually start running and then bring it down even lower. Okay, yes. I'm going to take my time, guys. I want to do this right. And that is the mindset that I want to cultivate. And that's the mindset that I would like for you to cultivate if you find yourself starting over again, or starting period, right? Giving yourself some grace, understanding that there's a start, and looking at things from a learning learning a learning perspective, right? You can learn how to make this better. If you have a setback, instead of being upset that you had a setback, it becomes something like, what could I have done? Or rather, not what I could have done. What have I learned from this? What's going on? Okay. Oh, I see that I got triggered by Sally and accountant or whatever. Okay, so what strategies can I do so that next time I won't get triggered by Sally, who won't in turn, you know, it's like a little domino effect, right? I get triggered by Sally, I'm not aware I'm triggered by Sally, and then I start behaving in a way that's not conducive to the goals that I have set in mind. And then I get full of shame, full of guilt, start to feel like a loser, right? Not too good about myself, and then why would I want to take care of myself if I don't feel good about myself in the first place, right? Why? Why should I? Becomes the questions. So you see, it's just something goes wrong or you're not satisfied with something. Don't stress it. Think about it. What can you learn from this? And that's how you cultivate a growth mindset when it comes to fitness and health and weight loss or weight gain or getting strong or changing your body composition or starting new habits, new behaviors, new thoughts, new feelings, right? You investigate. But you investigate from a place of, I'm going to say, a place of compassion, a place of curiosity. What triggered that today? Find out what it is and be like, okay, so how can I deal with this better next time? What other strategies can I put down instead of eating certain foods or eating too much of something? This journey that I am on is a lifelong journey. I expect to be successful because I believe that I can do it. I believe that I'm worth it. I believe that it's going to get easier as time goes on. I believe that I'm going to create better strategies for myself. Right? I believe in my ability to make it happen. Yes. I've been in the fitness field for a long time, but it doesn't mean that I have doubts, right, like everybody else. But I'm not going. That's what people are going to say. People are going to say, "Well, you're in the fitness field. It's easy for you." No, it's not. I may know a little bit more. I may understand a little bit more, but I struggle just as hard as everybody else. So, today's lesson for myself, and that I want to share with you is to look at things from a growth mindset, meaning look at something as a learning experience. This morning, I got on, I did a treadmill. I was like, oh my God, I'm going so slow. I used to run before, and I had to course correct because it started to trigger some feelings that I wasn't happy about. And I was like, no, Brenda, come on. You know what to do, okay? You're working on your inner game. You are working on cultivating a growth mindset when it comes to fitness and changing my body composition, but most importantly, keeping it off. And that means that I have to learn strategies. I have to know what triggers me. I have to change the negative loops going around, the negative self-talk. I have to get away from things that are not going to help me stay on track. And then, little bit by little bit, I start to put strategies into place, start to understand things, start to say, well, okay, how can I improve upon this? Okay, and then soon, I don't know when, I'm going to hit the treadmill more often. I'm going to start doing a little interval training, a little HIIT training here and there. And then I will see improvements. And then it'll go down from 40 to 35 to 30. And then when I get more fit, when I lose a little bit more weight, and I start to do a little bit of interval running, then I'll cut my speed even more. and then it's all about going longer. Or I could start going longer and then playing with the speed, right? The possibilities are endless, my friends. Anyway, today is day 12. I'm very excited about this. I still have a whole bunch of days left. There is no rush, right? I expect to be at least 30 pounds lighter by the end of my 90 days. I expect this to go down. My boobs are gonna go down because they always go down. I expect to have less body fat, a lot less body fat in 90 days. I expect to have a business that's thriving. And most importantly, I expect to have a growth mindset and my inner environment in check. Or rather, improved, transformed, healed. I don't know, pick a word. Pick an adjective, guys. Anyway, day 12 in the books. Yay.